Welcome. I'm Sister Who. With me again today I have Maureen Meegan, who is a past-life regression therapist. And we wanted to, we've done other shows where we covered some of the broad basics of it. Wanted today to get more specific about how to get the most out of it. If someone chooses to investigate, they may or may not believe, but they're open to the possibility. Let's see what it has to tell me. How do they get the most out of it? How do they tell whether they're dealing with a competent therapist? How do they, avoid situations of manipulation and control? Because this is not about, in my opinion, in my understanding, it's not about manipulation and control.
No, it should absolutely not be about being controlled or manipulated.
So where does John Q. Public start?
When you look for someone who does past-life regression therapy, take the time to interview them. Have a list of questions, maybe things you've been thinking about. We'd mentioned before about maybe there's a historical era you're interested in, or you have relationships that are
or even just
meaningful.
What prompted your curiosity.
What prompted your curiosity, exactly. And get in a conversation with the person before you go see them. And you'll notice in the discussion if someone is open and not clamping down on things you're saying and steering you, and as if you were, just the same as you're interviewing for a therapist. It's the same thing. Someone who's listening.
It's kind of like they give an explanation, and something in your intuition says, "Yes, that's right." It feels right, or no, that doesn't feel familiar at all.
Yes, and
so
the person
in a sense,
listening?
you're steering the therapist.
Yes.
Okay.
A good therapist is a good listener and knows how to pull out just those important grains to help keep the conversation moving.
But the judgment of whether the therapist is on track or not is yours.
Yes,
okay.
It is.
Okay.
And that
that's an
puts
important,
it is, and
that's an
that's
important position to maintain.
It is, and it's one of the ways you maintain control and having a trust in the person, because you're going to be deeply relaxed as you go deeper into your subconscious mind, letting your conscious mind take a break.
So it is somewhat a hypnotic state.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you want someone who is giving you just enough to prompt you to have your experience, and who isn't feeding you your experience or shutting down your experience or insisting.
Is it a good idea to require that all sessions be tape recorded so that you can listen to it afterwards?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's helpful. I have had experiences where...
because if you're in a hypnotic state, you won't necessarily remember everything afterwards, will you?
You will remember.
Okay.
It may be kind of dreamlike, like remembering a dream where it's freshest when you're first coming out of it, and then I always put in suggestions that it will get stronger, and more things will come forward that are you're meant to be remembering, that they'll come forward.
It may also be good to have a journal handy when you first come out of the experience.
Yes.
To write down everything you remember right away.
Yes. And to be open to knowing that when those pieces of information, they may come at odd times. When you may be having a conversation with someone and part of your mind is pulling in something else, and just
write it down.
Write it down.
You can integrate it and process it later.
Yes.
A good past-life regression therapist would also be part counselor, helping you to integrate the bits and pieces?
Yes. There's always an experience, a lesson from the experience. And that can come on many levels, and you want someone who's going to help you get to the deepest level of understanding the meaning of that experience.
Okay. So probably past-life regression therapy is not for those who want to have easy, superficial lives.
No.
I'm only here for the party,
right.
kind of. This is for people who want to grow, people who want to become someone significant, or not become, who want to manifest the significance they already have hidden inside of them.
Yes, it is, just as you said, not likely someone who is brushing through life and enjoying life at all its wonderful hedonistic capabilities, abilities.
The client who asks for an easy answer is the one you don't want to continue with.
Right. And not to say that answers aren't easy. Sometimes answers are just amazingly easy.
It's not that everything has to be difficult, but when you're looking only for that which is not difficult,
yes,
there's a whole lot of important stuff you're disallowing.
Yes, or if there is discomfort and a bit of pain associated for what you're looking at, to understand that this isn't devastating pain, this isn't pain that you will never recover from. It's sort of like a wound that, it's tender and it's sore as I'm cleaning it, but I know that the cleaning of it is going to help it heal better.